Good morning, I'm Nivareti Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Monday 9th of February. In this update, Christchurch mosque terrorist Brenton Tarrant is back in court this week, seeking leave to appeal his convictions and vacate his guilty pleas. He was jailed for life in 2020 after admitting murdering 51 people and wounding another 40 at two Christchurch mosques in March 2019. The central issue for the court will be whether when he entered his guilty pleas, he was incapable of making rational decisions as a result of the conditions of his imprisonment. The hearing is set down for 5 days in the Court of Appeal in Wellington. Growing risk for the government's flagship regional development body. The Herald reports more than half of Crown Regional Holdings' $433 million loan book is now considered at risk of or currently in default. The organisation manages hundreds of millions of dollars in loan and equity funding provided to businesses, including through the Provincial Growth Fund and the Regional Infrastructure Fund. Chairman John Ray says that the investments remain concentrated in sectors and regions where traditional financing is limited. He says the economic environment has remained challenging. The early childhood education sector is facing a growing workforce challenge. New data shows nearly 34,000 teaching staff were employed last year, but just over two-thirds were qualified. Almost 10,000 staff had no formal qualifications, nearly double the number in 2011. A disagreement between the Department of Conservation and its minister over who should have to pay to visit conservation land. A regulatory impact statement shows DOC wanted everyone to pay new levies for accessing certain sites, including New Zealand citizens. Conservation Minister Tama Potaka wanted the charge to only impact international visitors. DOC's option to charge all visitors was expected to bring in $254.8 million in revenue over 5 years, whereas Potaka's would bring in $236.6 million. A major blaze at a Taupo High School has been brought under control. Fire and emergency crews from 8 areas were sent to the fire at Taupo Nuiatia College just after 2 yesterday afternoon as thick black smoke spread across the town. The school will be closed today, and the Ministry of Education says it will probably be closed tomorrow too, while the site is assessed and made safe. Residents in Wellington's south coast will have to brace for more foul odour from Moore Point's treatment plant as wastewater continues to flow into the sea. Work continued over the weekend to clean out biological material from the plant. Wellington Water says that the priority is to make it as safe as possible to determine what needs to be repaired or replaced. And in sport, New Zealand's men have beaten Afghanistan by 5 wickets, chasing 183 with 13 balls to spare to open their T20 World Cup cricket campaign in Chennai. New Zealand's women's have claimed a 3rd win from 4 events on the World 7 Series, beating Australia in the final at Perth. Skier Lindsay Vonn's quest to compete at the Olympics, despite recently rupturing the anterior cruciate ligament in her left knee, has seen the 41-year-old airlifted from the course in the women's downhill. I'm Nivareti Manu, that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.